Back with a new video, and this time we're gonna do something a little different. I'm starting a little series basically called Tupac Stories, and a lot of these stories are gonna be stories that have been told before to a certain degree, but not as touched on as other Tupac stories you may have heard, or stories about that era and artists around that era. And I just want to touch on stories that don't really get talked about as much. So, quickly, as a quick disclaimer, this is all alleged, so I have to respectfully claim it as such. So let's get into it. As you might have heard during the height of the East versus West Coast beef after the Tupac shooting at Quad Studio, there was an incident that happened in December 1995. There have been a few people that have spoken about it, but for the most part, this incident hasn't been spoken about as much as other incidents that have happened at the time. According to Snoop Dogg and a few others, this is how it went down. Some reports suggest that Biggie Smalls might have played a role in instigating the incident by allegedly going on a radio station and saying that the West Coast artist shouldn't be shooting a music video in New York. Snoop and the Dogg Pound were shooting a video for their song, New York, New York. According to the Dogg Pound and Snoop, they were in New York showing love and visited clubs and even rap battled other rappers out there. In an interview with Angie Martinez, Snoop Dogg claims that they tried to visit Funk Flex for an interview and were rejected. While Snoop Dogg and the Dogg Pound were shooting their music video in Red Hook, Brooklyn, it's said that Biggie Smalls went on radio and had some words about the Dogg Pound shooting a music video in their city. It's rumored that Biggie even thought that Tupac was there and mentioned that too. The comments were interpreted as a call for New York locals to retaliate. I actually very recently saw a comment on the same YouTube video where Snoop and Angie Martinez talked about this incident by YouTube with the username @MrABN86 said, and I quote, "It wasn't allegedly. I had the audio of Biggie calling in to Hot 97 on one of my old computers, and his exact words were, 'I can't believe that New York is allowing Tupac and the Dogg Pound to shoot a video in New York.'" I tried to reach out by replying to the comment, but he has yet to respond. According to Snoop Dogg, as they went back in their trailer, they were listening to Biggie on the radio, and after he was done speaking, moments after, they started hearing bullets zip through their trailer and everyone wanted to duck him. After the shooting incident, Snoop Dogg and the Dogg Pound changed the tone of the New York, New York music video to include scenes of them stomping on New York buildings, making it feel more like a response to the hostility they face. Now, naturally, being that Tupac had just gotten shot a year before, and Suge also having beef with Puffy, aka Diddy, and Bad Boy Records, this only added more flame to the fire.